The episode starts with Devi Ahilya thanking Shivji. Sita Bai comes and argues with her. She says, I am your husband's elder sister. She scolds Devi Ahilya. Devi Ahilya says, I was praying that Dhannaji is not involved. What shall I do? They argue. Dwarka Bai comes to the jail and meets Dhannaji. She scolds him. She says, you promised me that you will never do wrong. You did so much. Dhannaji says, I made a mistake. Dwarka Bai says, you have done a big crime. I do not know. What will Malhar do now? Sita says, you got everything here. Khanderao is here. I was happy in my house. Why did you do this against me? She says, you are a woman. How can you ruin my family, my relations? Ahilya asks her to listen. Yamuna Bai asks Sita Bai not to waste time and come. Sita Bai goes. Dwarka Bai asks, is Gunnuji involved with you? Dhannaji says, no. He does not know anything, but you have to help me. She refuses. He insists her to help. Devi Ahilya asks, how shall I explain Sita Bai? Gotma Rani Sahib says, no need to explain anyone. Just focus on the family. You promised me and went out of the palace again. You did what I did not want. You targeted Dhannaji this time. I did not wish any Krantikari Bahu. You are sensible. You understand why I sent you to Shivpuri. You went there, but you stayed in contact with Malhar Sarkar. She says, if you have knowledge, then I have experience and understanding. I do not want to say anything to you now. Devi Ahilya cries. Gotma Rani Sahib says, you lost my faith. Devi Ahilya says, no, I would not do anything by going against you. I promise your faith matters to me. Gotma Rani Sahib says, I do not think so. She goes. Dhannaji threatens Dwarka Bai of Gunnuji's anger on Sita Bai. She worries. Malhar Sarkar gets ready. Devi Ahilya comes. He says, you look worried. She says, I understand it now. When a woman takes a strict step in Rajya matters, then the people get angry. He says, you mean to say that everyone is upset on my decision, but are venting it on you, as you were part of this. He asks her to come. He says, a king or a queen, they have to bear the people's grudge over their decisions. Even I was worried at night, but I have the burden of the Rajya on my shoulders. She says, I am not strong like you. I will break down. I do not have this courage if I lose my family. He says, you have the courage. You are strong like a rock. This is just the start. Many tests will come in your way. You have to come first. She says, no. Maid says, Dwarka Rani Sahib wants to meet you. Malhar Sarkar goes to Dwarka Bai. Dwarka Bai consoles Sita Bai. She says, Gunnuji would be coming. If you give a death punishment to Dhannaji, then Sita Bai will have no reasons to stay happy. He says, you are asking me not to do my duty. She says, Sita Bai is our first child, our daughter. You cannot ruin her happiness. You got Sita Bai married to Gunnuji. She is very happy in her house. Gunnuji looks after her well. But if you decide the verdict against Dhannaji, then Sita's happiness can get ruined. She cries and asks him not to do so. Malhar Sarkar sees Sita Bai crying. He says, Sita Bai is my daughter. My praja is also my children. I am a king and have to do my duty. Relations come after country and state. Sita Bai also begs him for Dhannaji's life. Dwarka Bai cries. Sita Bai says, do not let my relation break. Return me my family's happiness. I am also your praja. Malhar Sarkar cries.